Ayden Heaven went down against Leicester City away. He was playing amazing. Came in the second half against Arsenal. We were there in the Stretchered end. We made his debut in the Premier League. Played amazing. Then got the start against Sociedad. Now starting again. It feels like we need him in this team. He had a great first half against Leicester. And then to go down with injury, man, it can be miserable to play for Manchester United.
I mean, even when you get a bit of things breaking your way, a player that was just signed, a month ago for £1 million from Arsenal, from Arsenal's academy. He was highly rated, highly touted. Barcelona were trying to gazump us on the deal, and he comes to Manchester United, and Euro goes down. Another highly rated youngster costs 50 times as much, 50 million. And you and I remarked when he was training at halftime at the Arsenal game was how big he looked. He looked like a proper player. Had one moment of kind of early finding his feet, but since then has looked lights out. And this injury is a real backbreaker. This injury is where you start to feel like this season has a really kind of rotten undertone because a player like him going down this early with what looks like to be a very big injury, like it's stretchered off. I'm telling you, the no replay is always a backbreaker. It's a bummer. I'm hoping it's a just this season injury and it's not he misses preseason. And that's, I think, where we're at because it looks a bad one. Does not look like he'll be featuring in the Europa League campaign, but he would be starting. He would be starting this side. Leach is out. Maguire's out.
No, he looked extraordinarily solid and put in amazing challenges. We do have some good news from Luckhurst retweeted it from Manchester Evening News. Ayden Heaven left King Power Stadium with his foot in a protective boot, but he was walking out unaided. That means no crutches or anything. And the fact that he came off on a stretcher, and this is the case, makes me hopeful here. I mean, like, we got some nuggets of hopium from the mine. You know, we're cashing him in. Ayden Heaven, we need everything we can. We need this youngster in the team.
We really do.
You don't want, like, a youngster to come on and look good and then have a big injury. Like, Lenny Euro, when he came in, he looked much better than he ever has after this injury. And he's been in and out of the team. Like, when he came in preseason, he has not looked the same. Obviously, we're going to play great teams, but just the way his confidence, injuries are going to affect your confidence or affect your fitness. Then you like come back too early, you get re-injured. There's all these things that happen. It's a mental game. So I'm hoping it's light on him and he can get some more games for the end of the year to kind of like start next season right. Because 6 to 9 months is a backbreaker.
Yeah, if it's a knee, it's a long one. And this is also one of the risks of signing young players who are still going through puberty, right? They're still like, he's 18, dude. He's still growing. He was 6'2" like a year ago, apparently, according to his old, depth chart from Arsenal. And now he looked much bigger, looked like 6'5". So when you're doing that, you're more prone to injuries, right? We saw that with Højlund. You saw that with Wayne Rooney back in the day when we signed him. He broke his foot a bunch of times, which is also common for players that are still growing. Rooney seems to just get smaller or bigger on the waistline.
Yeah, but you broke your metatarsal, right?
I did.
And could you walk without crutches? I mean, it was pretty.
You could walk without crutches. You could walk with a boot. You'd walk with a boot.
But knee, you did your knee
I also
as
did
well.
my knee, and that's not a boot. So it's either an ankle injury or a foot injury is the reason he's wearing a boot.
But the fact he didn't have crutches as a preventative measure, is it like I would imagine any injury like this. The fact he went off on a stretcher. The fact he could even walk out is incredible, and the fact he didn't have the crutches is pretty incredible. It says unaided. I don't know if I assume unaided is not crutches. So if a photo comes out with crutches, like I don't know, we're like reacting right after the game, but like I assume unaided is like you just have a boot on.
He probably broke his foot. That would be my guess, right? You could walk with a broken foot. I was walking around the Euros with a broken foot before I even got my boot. So that's okay because that's like very common. I mean, that happened to fucking Lenny Euro when he came on. He broke his fifth metatarsal in preseason. So it's a common injury for a young player. That would be much more doable. You'd still miss the rest of the season, but he should be back for summer tour in the States. So Ayden Heaven, a player for the future. These are the type of signings Manchester United under Ineos have to be making. The signings that we did not make in the past. The Moise Caicedos, the Julian Alvarez's,
Dogu.
But Dogu is a great signing, and Heaven's a great signing because, I said it to you, I was like, he looked better than Euro.
And if you pay $1 million, you can sign 10 and 8 go bad, but as long as 2 come good, you're set. And that's the whole point that United need to understand is like, arguably the cheapest players we bought, like Mazraoui, cheap, very good. Like Heaven, very good. Dogu as well, cheaper, obviously, but like it's almost the more money United spend. If you look at the top signings of all time, like Pogba, like Antony, You just go down that list and you'd be like, you do not spend that much money on players. You buy young. And the fact that we're rating Arsenal's academy is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
Hey, we're hoping Ayden Heaven's all right. Please like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Only 30% of people watch our videos actually subscribe. Smash the subscribe button, like and comment below to help other Muppets find the ARD YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next video.